Well, hey, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey, and welcome back to yet another quick chat. Today on the quick chat, we're going to be talking about a few housewives. Okay, Miss Candiace Dillard, of course, Miss Nene Leakes, as well as Miss Kandi Burruss. Okay, but before we get into the meat of things, which is Nene Leakes and Miss Kandi, real quick, y'all, guess who going live, child? They're going to do a live in person, from my understanding, podcast. That's the Reasonably Shady podcast with Gizelle Bryant and Robin Dixon. Are y'all going to be out there? For the people out there in Maryland, okay? Will you all be attending this particular event on May 18th? Let me know, girl, if y'all going, because we need to know what is giving. I have not really tuned into the podcast to really know what all is really happening over there, aside from when, they ended up going viral, that time when they were speaking on a professional basketball player's beard and how Giselle felt that it was extremely disgusting and all that stuff. Okay. Talking about how he got weed smoke and grease and chicken grease and all this other stuff. Okay. Right. It kind of, wasn't a great thing. It wasn't a great thing. I guess it was a great thing for the podcast because people likely went to go listen to it. Right. But I guess they already had viewers for the podcast anyway because they had already hit like 1 million downloads prior to that incident happening. So they only went even more viral with the incident. I don't even think the basketball player that they spoke so negatively of even responded to them. I don't think he gave them any response, but the ladies did get a lot of a response from a ton of the fans, okay, from the viewers, watchers of the show, all of that. I think Candiace Dillard even maybe have come out and spoke on some things. So I'm sure we're going to see that as we go into the new season. But I just wanted to bring that to you guys to see if any of you guys are interested and if any of you guys will be attending. If they're not going to be in your area, should they come to your area, will you be attending? I can't say that I'll be attending if they came to Atlanta, but I definitely want to hear you all's thoughts on that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hop down in the comments and let me know. And as we're speaking on Gizelle, I want to add Miss Candiace into the mix because I saw a few things circulating regarding the ladies unfollowing each other on social media. Okay. It looks like at some point Gizelle Bryant and Candiace were not following each other at all. Okay. When I went to Candiace's page, as you can see here, I typed in Gizelle, nothing came up. Now, when this happens, when I've gone to people's pages and I look into their following list and I see that I cannot, like I see that, oh, okay, such and such is not following them. But when you go to their followers, you type in that person's name and you see that okay, they're following them. Okay, so let's say example, right? This ain't gonna be the example here because I'm gonna break that down for you guys. But if I go to Candiace's page and I see that she's not following Gizelle, but I go to Gizelle's list and I pull up her followers and I see that Candiace is following her, then she's following her. So I think sometimes people should check both, not just the following, but check the followers as well of the other person's page. Okay, because sometimes they're still following them, but they may have so many followers that you may not even see it in the following list. But anyway, let's get back to it, girl, because this scenario don't really apply here. Right. So they said that both of the ladies unfollowed each other. Now, when I went into Candiace's list, as I said, under her following, I typed in Gizelle, saw that she wasn't following Gizelle, but Gizelle is following her. Now, I don't know if it was at one point she wasn't or whatever, but she's following her now. Okay. Now, when I went over to Gizelle's page, I typed in Candiace's name. Of course, it came up. Gizelle is indeed still following Candiace. Now, when I go to Gizelle's followers, Gizelle has now put a restriction on her followers to where only she can see her followers. But when I went to mutual friends, and of course we're following, or at least she may be following people that's not following me back, or they may be following her. We're both following her. She's not following us back. Whatever the list is, when it comes to the mutual friends, Candiace's name is not there, which confirms for me that Candiace is not following Gizelle back. So I wonder if Gizelle was not, if they did unfollow each other, Gizelle decided to follow her back to like keep down whatever noise was going to be coming her way, and in return also decided to restrict her followers list so that people won't be speculating as they already have. Not necessarily sure, or if they've been unfollowing each other for quite some time now. I'm interested now as I see this. I do believe Miss Candiace was vocal regarding the incident that took place on the podcast and it going viral. But in addition to that, Gizelle just hasn't really been that great, to Candiace. All right. Especially at the reunion last year. She was more so team Mia, and felt like Mia, if she would have popped Candiace, she would have been okay with it. Even though when Monique was on the show, she wasn't condoning that behavior at all. Okay. So I'm just wondering what the dynamic is going to be between the two. And y'all know on last week, Candiace on her page, she put up a post saying, one thing about myself is I'm gonna tell you all about yourselves because you think so differently. I wonder now if that was actually being applied to Gizelle versus it actually being applied to Miss Karen. I have seen where Miss Candiace has been in support of Karen's new show that's going to be dropping in May. Candiace has liked quite a few posts that's been promoting her show. So maybe the issue isn't with Karen. Maybe the issue could be with Gizelle. Not necessarily sure. It could be that Candiace got an issue with both of them, child, but she ain't gonna be out here stopping nobody bags, okay, or not supporting them. But we shall see when the season drops. Okay, I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments regarding this. Who do you think Miss Candiace is having a beef with? Do you think it's just Gizelle, just Karen? Or do you think she could be beefing with both of the ladies? I want to hear you all's thoughts and speculation about the upcoming season and the things that we're learning so far regarding the following. Okay. Follow and unfollow, because y'all know they make that a super big thing when somebody has unfollowed the other. Obviously, there's some type of friction in the land. Okay. So go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about that. And as I was speaking on stopping bags, honey, let's go ahead and get on over to Miss Nene Leakes. Okay. Nene Leakes is going to remind you all on a weekly, if not daily basis, that she feels blacklisted. Okay. She says they always blacklist you when you tell the truth. Y'all know Nene has been calling out Bravo ever since she was released, or at least they weren't willing to negotiate her contract to her liking. Okay. She has been very vocal. She said some not so great things about Andy Cohen and all kind of stuff. Okay. Now, she's looking forward, or I'm not going to say looking forward because there's no opportunity at this time, but it seems like she would like to be a part of the number of the ladies that's able to return to the show, even get a spinoff like Miss Kandi. Okay, but it seems like that's not happening for her, and she feels like things are a bit unfair. So she's going to continue to be vocal about that and let everyone know that at this time she feels blacklisted. All right, now she also went on to retweet shortly thereafter a post saying, at Nene Leakes, everything you have stated has come to pass. Now they are just trying to save face by having certain talent publicly refute your claims, and they are given bones to stay quiet. Team Nene, you will always be queen of reality. Okay, so Nene definitely retweeted that, and it seems like she is in agreement with them using certain talent to refute her claims. I don't know. I mean, maybe two things could be, kind of true. It's just a little difficult. We've said this before. We're going to say it again. Like, we hear you, Nene. Maybe that could be true as far as them being biased and things and likely showing discriminatory actions or favor or whatever like that, girl. So that could very well be true, because now they're about to get this very interesting love matchmaking show, all black, and it looks like it should be on the OWN network, which is interesting. So they are giving us more black content, but let's not act like they weren't. Okay, Kandi stayed getting her spinoffs and stuff. Right? She stayed being in good graces with the network to get her spinoffs. I feel like that's who Nene may be, more be upset with the most. Okay. I don't know if it's that she wants Kandi to use the leverage that she does have to kind of advocate on her behalf, but I do kind of feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, Nene wouldn't do it for her. Okay. So I don't know what she's really expecting from Kandi, but I will say there was some audio that dropped regarding Kandi and her thoughts on Nene. I guess Nene has been talking about Kandi's show, Kandi and the Gang, and y'all know the ratings have not been amazing, but I still feel like, it's potential for growth and, to build on the show. Okay. We can still always grow the audience, but I'm just going to play this clip so you guys can just hear, I guess, some of the things that Nene allegedly said about Kandi's show and the ratings and Kandi's response to that. So you guys go ahead and check this out.
There's been some alleged shade thrown your way from your former co-star, Nene Leakes, about whether or not the ratings have been as high or what the status of the ratings.
Oh my God, what is the ratings on her show? I don't just become a big shade throwing contest between she and I, because just like she can throw shade at me, I can throw shade at her. But my whole thing is like, I do not understand why she does that. Back when she did have a show, me and her wouldn't even be on the same page, and I still would be posting telling people to watch that show, just because that's just how I am. I feel like if we had any type of interaction, I want to show people support, not throw salt on you. And I don't understand why I don't understand why her fans always be treating me like I'm stopping her from doing something. Like, what did I do to you? What is my show stopping you from doing? Nothing.
All right, you guys. So you just heard everything that Miss Kandi had to say regarding Nene speaking on her show. I was definitely with Miss Candice, like, girl, not Candice, but Kandi. Where is her show? Where is her show? I don't understand what the issue is. Where's her show? I've always been a support of her. I don't know why she's coming at me. I really don't want this to be a back and forth, but girl, if you're gonna talk about me, I'm gonna keep talking about you. But what's comical to me is that, girl, the way it's looking is y'all trying to say Miss Kandi out here stopping bags, not Kandi being the one stopping bags. Oh wow, oh my. Well, hey, I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments about all of this. All right, everything that I've discussed today on the quick chat. I don't think Miss Kandi is in anybody's way. I think Nene eventually got into her own way, but I do feel like it can be corrected, it can be fixed, but it seems like Andy isn't really open to it. So I feel like that's the person she probably would need to, work things out with. And it's kind of I'm not gonna say interesting, but I'll just say this. I guess it is interesting, right? It's like you want to continue to call Bravo out subtly for them being, for them showing discrimination, right, towards you or whatever. I don't really hear her talk about, racism as much anymore, but you want to continue to do that. Yet if they give you the opportunity to be back on the show or any show, you would still do it. So that's where the conflict comes. It's like, what do you want? If there's such a bad network, go out here and find another network that's going to be worth your time and give you what it is that you need and what it is that you want and what you're seeking for. So it's not really, the math ain't mathing all the way for me. But again, I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments regarding this particular situation, honey, with Miss Nene Leakes feeling blacklisted, Miss Kandi not understanding why she has so much to say about what she has going on instead of putting that energy into getting more things going on for herself. And also, I want to hear you all's thoughts about Miss Candiace and her being at odds with a few of the cast members. Go ahead and hop down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts and everything. I'm Jamie, that's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.